Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So this is not going to be a traditional video. I packed away my tripod because, for those of you who don't know, I am moving back to college. This was a very last minute decision. I didn't think I was actually going to move back to college, but here I am. I'm moving back to college. So, now, this is my last video that I'm going to record here. I have a video scheduled for Friday, but I want to make sure to get this video out today because this is the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated recap video. So, yeah, for those of you who are excited about Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, let's get into what we saw at GamesCom 2019. GamesCom, not con. GamesCom 2019.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. What will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So actually, before I get truly started, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, so I apologize if I look a little bit rough. I just wanted to make sure that I had a video out for you guys today. But nevertheless, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated was shown off last week. We saw in full reveal gameplay footage. Now, obviously, it was in pre-alpha, so I didn't expect it to look completely great, completely polished. And I must admit, for being pre-alpha, it actually does look pretty good so far. Obviously, there are some things that can use a bit of work, some of the animations, particularly in the tikis. I think the tikis need a little bit of work when it comes to, watching them break. Everything looks kind of stiff. But, like I said, it's pre-alpha, so none of that really phases me. Especially with the fact that Luigi's Mansion 3 looked worse, like a year before it came out, so I am not worried about Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated at all. I think it's in good hands. I think the game looks great. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about the visuals. The game looks great. A few style choices I think is kind of weird. Like, for example, those bouncy flower things. Those are now like a purple blue chromey-like color. Rather than the pink reddish color that we're used to from Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's not something that like bothers me or anything. Like, I'm not like, oh, this game doesn't look good because the flowers are not the right color. No, I'm not like that. That doesn't bother me. It's one of those weird things where I was like, why did they change it? Like, I don't know why, but I mean, either way. I like the new tiki colors. At least for the main tikis, because we didn't really see. We only really saw the main, the regular tikis and the flying ones. We didn't see the thunder tikis because they come on later in the level. We didn't see the stone tikis, so we only called like two kinds of tikis. The flying ones or floating ones, at least to me, look the same, basically. Just obviously like, upres and look really good now. And the regular ones are now like red and yellow instead of brown. And I kind of like that change. I like a change. It gives it a little more personality. It makes it feel a little more like a tiki. Because like tikis, when you think of tikis, you think like colorful, tropical, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So I like those changes. They're pretty cool. The music, I wish they did something more with the music. I know they're trying to keep it very faithful in the fact that they want it to feel like it did when you played it as a kid, except obviously now for modern consoles. So they're keeping sound effects and music. And sound effects, it's whatever. Like, I like the sound effects from the original game. I like those. So those are cool. I just wish they did something with the music personally. Like, trust me, music from Battle for Bikini Bottom, to me at least, is iconic because, Battle for Bikini Bottom is the first game I ever played, ever. And, that iconic Jellyfish Fields theme, was so happy to hear that. But I just wish they did something with that music to make it, just redo it. At least redo it, I don't know. I think that would have been cool. More work on the music. But, nevertheless, I'm completely fine if the whole soundtrack is from the original game. But it does make me wonder with things like, Patrick's Dream, for instance, and Squidward, the Robo-Squidward battle that they're going to add in terms of content, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Will that have different music? Will that borrow music from another level? Is there cut music that we've never heard before? So I don't know what exactly they're going to do for that, but I mean, if they make it work, they make it work. So, yeah, there's that. And I apologize if this video is going to be, like, not cut very much. I might have, like, gameplay over it, but, I mean, obviously, we're 5 minutes in nearly, so you should know what's going to happen. Sorry. Losing train of thought. What next? Jellyfish Fields itself looked good. It looked like Jellyfish Fields. It looked like the iconic level with obviously looks way better. I think visually it looks 10 times better already than the original. Just because, like, with the lighting that they added, the new skybox, the grass, they really added a lot of detail to the level. And I think it looks great, personally. I can't really say the same for the SpongeBob character model yet. I think it's just one of those things I'll have to get used to because SpongeBob has changed. Its style has changed, so I guess it's probably, like, the new SpongeBob. Like, I don't know, I haven't watched SpongeBob in, like, years, really. But, yeah, so SpongeBob's changed, so maybe that's reflected in his character model. That's what I'm presuming. I don't know. But the robots look really, really cool. I really like the design of the two that we saw. There was a bit of, like, art where we saw, like, the, I don't remember the names of them. The one that summons the Storm Cloud and the, like, Chomper or the dog, robot. I was about to say Portuguese. But, those are, those look really, really cool. So, yeah, I think they definitely, like, obviously it's a remake, so they have something to go off of. So, yeah, so obviously the designs of the robots look really, really cool. And I like the little detail where, like, the fodder robots, their eye and antenna start off as green, but then they change color when they see you and come to attack you. I like that little detail. What else? So cut content. They talked a lot about cut content, and speedrunning stuff, actually, in a live stream that they had at GamesCom with the developers. And they said something, about cut content. And, they did avoid, there's one particular aspect of cut content that they avoided, which was the Glove World level. So, I don't know if they're going to have any extra levels. I feel like it's going to be kind of the same. What they said is that they don't want to do anything that makes it not feel like the original. So, all the original content is going to be the exact same. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to add additional levels. I mean, obviously, we know that they are with the Patrick's Dream and the Robo Squidward battle, but they avoided Glove World. They didn't say anything about the Glove World level, so they kept that out of the conversation. But yeah, they have confirmed that Robo Squidward is, I mean, obviously he was confirmed from the beginning, but like I said, they also confirmed Patrick's Dream is going to be fully thought out, fully realized, fully built, and I'm pretty excited for that. That's going to be really, really cool. And what I liked is that the developers of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, they really seemed like they were really into making this game. They talked about, like there's a head of Purple Lamp Studios and there's a head of THQ Nordic there, and they were both talking about their memories with Battle for Bikini Bottom when they were younger, because they looked like they were in their mid to late 20s or early 30s, I'm presuming. So when they were younger, that's when Battle for Bikini Bottom, the original, came out. So now they're working on this one, and it's sparking a lot of childhood memories, so they're trying to make it as original as possible while making it refreshing and new and good for modern audiences. So that'll be really, really interesting to see how that goes. But I do like that, like I said, they're using the same exact sound effects and stuff, which means they're also using the same dialogue things that, in the original game, all the characters had dialogue, and they are going to use that exact dialogue in this game. And I'm presuming for, like, the Robo Squidward boss battle, they're going to have some new pieces added in for, like, any new dialogue that they need. But, yeah, so that means that it's going to be very classic SpongeBob. And they even said it themselves. They're not going to add anything that really reeks of modern SpongeBob. They said that they're going to go back to the kind of the glory days or the golden ages, whatever, of SpongeBob. Which I really like because that's my personal favorite era of SpongeBob. The only era of SpongeBob I watch, really. So definitely glad to see that they're really putting care and passion into this game. Is it raining? Oh, it's raining outside. Ooh, I gotta move in today. Oof. Sorry. Got off track. What else? I mean, the boss battle. The boss battle with King Jellyfish. That looked pretty cool, too. I like the animations they added to King Jellyfish. It makes him look more expressive. Makes him look, like an actual, like, person. Or jellyfish, I guess. But you know what I mean? It gives him character. It gives him, you know, some emotions to express. And I like that. I mean, he had a little bit of that in the original Bikini Bottom. But, you know, with the development and advancement of video game technology, it's able to be expressed a lot better. So I'm very happy about that. It looks really, really good. What else? I guess that's really the main gist of it. I can't really think. Shiny objects are now called shiny things. It's a weird change, but I don't care. It's such a little change. I like that name too. Shiny things, you know, rather than shiny objects. I go either way of the spectrum on that one. It's okay. I actually watched a YouTuber's live stream, Shift, I think his name is. He's, I believe, the world record holder for speedrunning Bikini Bottom, I think. And he, you know, did a whole, like, live stream where he watched the interview with the developers and the publisher, you know, all that. And, that's how I learned about this information. That's what I watched. And, you know, because I wanted to also see it from the point of view of a speedrunner, because I'm definitely more so of a casual player. Like, I don't really speedrun any games. You know, Luigi's Mansion, maybe one day I'll learn to speedrun, but, you know, I mean, I know some of the speedrunning techniques for Luigi's Mansion, but, you know, I'm not a speedrunner. I don't speedrun games. So, watching his perspective on the things that even I really didn't know about. Like, there's a cruise boost, I think he called it, where, like, you can use the cruise bubble and, like, bash it into a rock or something, and it will cause you to go faster. You know, and they're talking about, like, you know, speedrunning techniques like that. And, what was the other one? You know, like the spin jumping, where, like, you spin the bubble wand and it extends your jump a little bit, or, like, it stalls you in the air or something. And I thought that was really, really cool, because, like, you know, even though I'm a casual player, there are so many other players out there that are speedrunners or competitive. I mean, I never really thought that Bikini Bottom would be, like, a competitive natured game, but I guess for speedrunners it is. So, yeah, so, you know, apparently they're going to fix the bugs that Bikini Bottom had, which, in my opinion, is probably a lot of that speedrunnery stuff. Like, you know, like, apparently the bubble wand stall jump thing, it isn't a glitch, but I'm presuming that the cruise bubble speed boost thing is, because I'm pretty sure you're probably not supposed to be able to do that. That might, if anything, that might have been a developer tool. You know, like, you know, if they're testing a level, you know, the developers can do that little trick, and then they can speed so they don't have to go through the whole entire level. But then again, I figured they could probably spawn this at any point in the level to test it, so I don't know. It's a really weird thing, but they said that they're going to be listening to speedrunners. They're going to be listening to people and, like, what their complaints are, or, like, what their concerns are with the game. Yeah, a lot of people have questions about that. Some people even asked about the movie game. Which the funny thing is, they didn't confirm nor deny that's going to happen. But I think that Purple Lamp Studios is going to be THQ Nordic's main people to go to when it comes to Nickelodeon remakes. So I feel like the next one probably won't be a SpongeBob game. If anything, I think the next logical choice for Nickelodeon game is Fairly Odd Parents or Tak. Because I think those are the two that I personally heard the most. I never played a Tak game, but I played Fairly Odd Parents, and those games, well, I mean, I played Shadow Showdown. I never played Breaking the Rules. I played Shadow Showdown, and I remember actually liking that game. I haven't played it since I was a kid, but I remember liking it. But, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know if I missed anything. Oh, something I said, actually, before I go, something I said in the live stream, which I figured out what it was. There's a part that I paused and, like, rewound a couple times where, because the person speaking was speaking German, and actually I don't know German, so he said something about special edition, you know, so I was like, oh, special edition, but what he was saying was that like adding the cut content that wasn't in the original game that they're gonna bring to this game is like making it some sort of like extended edition, like you see with movies. So that's what that meant for those of you who are curious. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. All links for social media in the description down below. Make sure to check out my merch store. No one's bought anything yet. I'm a poor college student. My merch is for sale. It helps me support what I do. I need a new tripod, by the way, so anything can help. I'm not, like, begging for money, but, like, if you want a shirt, definitely go buy. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.